folks, Larry Winget here, the pit bull of personal development. Listen, I've been to a lot of good meetings over the years. I've also been to a few where a bonehead mistake pretty much screwed the whole thing up for everybody. A couple of years ago, I did a Fortune 500 company as their after-dinner speaker at the end of the third night of the conference. Now, that means the audience had been sitting in that room staring at the stage for 2 full days listening to speakers speak. The theme of the meeting was a commitment to excellence. I turned to the CEO during the dinner and pointed out that the banner, and it was a banner that hung 10 feet tall and probably 30 feet wide and had the words, "A commitment to excellence" on it. I pointed out to him that the word commitment was misspelled. His eyes got about that big around. He turned ghost white pale, and he said, "We didn't notice that. Don't say anything, please." Well, I guess he had forgotten who he had hired to be the speaker. Of course I'm going to say something. And the point that I made was, typically commitment goes about as far as words on a banner or words on the cover of a workbook, and true commitment comes from within. What kind of commitment are you going to leave here with tonight? I looked like a genius. And it was all fine at the end. But the point was, if somebody had had a true commitment to excellence, they would have taken the time to spell check all of that. Can you imagine how many people had to sign off on that banner and those workbooks, and nobody ever caught it? That's a shame. Do the details. Another one is this. When it comes to introductions, do the introduction that the speaker gives you. Chances are, if you've spent some money on a good speaker, that introduction is part of a formula that leads to the overall success of the speech. A couple of years ago, I had a guy who was a big fan. I mean, a big fan of mine. He knew all my material. The problem was when he was introducing me to his audience, telling them what a big fan of mine he was, he did sort of a greatest hits of Larry Winget before he introduced me, which means that I had to rewrite a new speech on the fly because he had just done all of the greatest hits that I was about to do when I went on stage. I did another one where the guy was standing next to my prop table. He went off of the script, looked over at my prop table, and started picking up the props and saying, "I wonder what he's going to do with this. Look at this. I wonder what this is about." And he showed all of my props to the audience during the introduction. Again, show some respect to the amount of money that you spent on the speaker and understand that that introduction is a formula that will help that speaker be more successful. It's been well thought out, planned, and the speaker knew what they were doing when they wrote it. Just do the introduction the way it's given. There are a lot of good things you can do to make a speech work out better for your audience, but mostly you can pay attention to the speaker's suggestions and you can pay attention to detail. Listen, it's been fun talking to you. I'm Larry Winget.